and I was in the back seat of my mom's Honda Odyssey minivan. And those were huge at the time, or maybe it's because my sample size was relegated to moms. And so maybe they've always been that popular. But they were like the brand new thing where the doors were automatic. One of the first models where you could hit the button and they both go back at the same time. And it was constantly fucking up. It never worked the way it was supposed to. And I was sitting in the back seat. My mom was taking me somewhere because it was a snow day. It was like a blizzard, middle of St. Louis, fucking horrible in like February. And we had just had lunch, and I was sitting in the back in those captain seats, and I let out one of the most foul, smart farts a 10-year-old can muster, just thick and heavy in the air. You know, my God, if George R. R. Martin could have a field day describing the amount of foods and flavors it would take to make this top. Yeah. And she was like, "Oh, Taylor! Oh, Jesus! Oh!" And it's snowing. Like there's snow hitting the side of the car. It is snowing so hard, and we're sitting still, waiting at this light so we can turn onto the road that gets onto the highway. And she goes, "Oh!" And she hits the button, and it goes beep 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 as both of the doors go back, and I'm sitting there, and it just goes immediately as snow carts going flying through the middle of the car. The entire car snow. I'm like, "Mom, close the door! Close the door, Mom! Mom, it's cold! I'm sorry I farted! Just close it!" And it's like, I can't even close it now. It's not working. We're gonna have to wait till we stop. And so there was a carload of kids in a black SUV. I shit you not. I remember the girl's face to this day. Her looking over, laughing and pointing at me as I was sitting there shivering in the backseat of this, fucking Honda Odyssey with shorts on. And then she had to pull onto the highway and drive for like a mile and a half at like 55 miles an hour, and then get off in some subdivision and close the door. It was so embarrassing. Just on the highway, of course, we're going slower than everyone because somehow she thinks if I go slower, maybe he won't be as cold. But no, it was horrible. It was so embarrassing. The first time as like a 9-year-old where you're like, ugh.